Hi, this is Angela. Today is November the 4th, and in Yorkshire, in the north of England, where I grew up, this is Mischievous Night. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it. Some people not sure what the roots of Mischievous Night are. Some people think that it used to be on the 1st of May, at the beginning of the summer, with sort of connections to the Beltane Festival and the Green Man and so on. And one person said maybe it moved to the other end of the year because kids in cities like Leeds, where I grew up, kids in cities didn't relate to those the Green Man and all that kind of countryside stuff. And when I was a kid, it was the clocks would have just gone back usually, and it was dark, like especially dark, and so there was a lot of creeping about in the streets and hiding and up to no good. And there was a sense of, you know, who dares to play the biggest trick, who dares to be the most badly behaved. And you know, I wasn't one of those. I was pretty timid in that respect. So people would do things like put treacle on people's door handles or car door handles, or worse, substances, or tie the doors with pieces of string, or knock on doors so people come and see who it is and then run away. Things like that. I did that kind of thing, and so it was a lot of fun, and it was a bit edgy. There's a bit of an edgy feel to it, and there was this idea. I remember that if you did something really bad, you couldn't be arrested. You know, that the police couldn't arrest you because it was Mischievous Night. That there was somehow, you know, you were allowed to do wicked things. Of course, the worst stuff that people did when I was a kid was to put bangers, which are a type of firework, through people's doors. And of course, that's a really horrible thing, especially if there might be an animal in there. And there are other traditions, you know, in other places. Like I just read that in Queens in New York, I think it's on the same day. I think it's now, or it might be on Halloween, or the 30th of October. Some of the mischievous things happen on the night before Halloween, and there's this thing called Cabbage Night, where apparently people get a hold of rotten cabbages and hurl them at their neighbours, and passing buses and cars and so on. I would love to know if you live in Queens or you know anybody in Queens. I'd love to know if this is still going on. I'd also be interested to know how Mischievous Night is happening in the north of England. I was a victim of one of these mischievous prank things in Italy many years ago because I didn't know about it. And in the campsites on the holiday Ferragosto in the middle of August, in campsites, the tradition is to throw water on other people. So I had woken up and was just, you know, minding my own business, walking through this campsite. Somebody threw a bucket of water at me for no reason, and started laughing. And then other people who saw this, instead of being outraged and running to my rescue, were also laughing. And I went to the shop or whatever it was I was doing, and then I was assaulted in similar ways the whole way back to the tent, and people with hose pipes and the whole business. So it was quite unpleasant at the time, quite funny to be on the receiving end of something that you don't know. You don't know the culture, you know. Anyway, also at this time of year, there's in the north, further north from where I come from, there's something called the soul cake, and this maybe has a bit of a connection with this idea of trick or treating, just that you're asking for something at people's doors. And so there's a song about it. It was called the soul cake because it's connected to All Souls Day, and it goes like this. A soul cake, please good Mrs. A soul cake, an apple, a pear, a plum or a cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. Go down into the cellars and see what you can find. If the barrels are not empty, we hope that you'll be kind. We hope that you'll be kind with your apples and your pears, for we'll come no more a-soulin' till soulin' day next year. A soul cake, please good Mrs. A soul cake, an apple, a pear, a plum or a cherry, any good thing to make us all merry, any good thing to make us all merry. So I wish you a safe, mischievous night, if that's happening around you. Safety from cabbages. Enjoy throwing them if you live in Queens. And take care.